Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sudbury Interviews. Today we have the Brazilian sensation, Falcon, musician Julio Falcão. He's a fantastic musician, plays gigs booked solid here in Sudbury, and also used to play in Brazil before coming to Canada. So he's going to tell us his story today. Before we begin, you can find us on Sudstown and join the conversation. Hey, Falcon, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Danny. How about you?
I'm happy you're on the show. So I wanted to get you on here. You were recommended to me by Allison McDonald. She was episode 2.
She's
And
amazing. That's why.
yeah, so
Such a
wow,
gem.
what an honor. Can you start out by telling us how music came into your life in the first place? How you started out with that?
Yeah, can we start with my name just to make things right first?
Okay, sure.
Because when you introduce me, you say Julio Fau what?
I said it wrong. I knew I was going to say it wrong.
No, starting with the Julio. I'm not Spanish, so we
Okay,
pronounce we pronounce Julio Falcão.
Julio
That's
Falcão.
why. That's exactly why I go by Falcon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, not a biggie, just to make it clear, like, because people asking me, oh, well, because Facebook is such a personal thing, right? So I usually put my first and last name so people can find me, especially my old friends in Brazil. But the fun fact, man, like, even in Brazil, already I had people calling me Falcon. I have some good friends like, hey, Falcon, as like a nickname. And
Yeah.
because my last name is Falcão, which stands for, translates like literally to hawk, like a bird, right?
Wow.
Um, so yeah, falcão, it's a bird, it's a hawk. And so I go by Falcon. Yep.
I saw a
That,
falcon not too long ago, a real one.
yeah, really?
Yeah, yeah, I saw two of them actually in Sudbury.
Oh man, I haven't seen one in a
Yeah.
while.
Fastest flying bird in the world.
Yeah, the pilgrim falcon.
Yeah. You're a
Yeah.
purebred too, my friend.
Yeah, not as fast as a falcon, but I have other superpowers. I still figuring out, but I might have some.
So you were born in Brazil,
Yeah, born and raised.
born and raised. So
Hmm.
how long ago did you come to Canada?
I can say I came first time to visit 16, and I came to stay in 17. So yeah,
2017.
I counted by the winters, so that makes like 14 winters because we have 2 winters a year, right? One at the beginning, one at the end.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's like 17. Yeah, roughly like 8 years in Sudbury, six years and a half, and yeah, I moved to Suds in 19. I
Where
was
were
in
you
Toronto
before?
first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was in Toronto first, playing every alley, every bar, every restaurant. Was busy down there, man. Was nice. Great music community.
Yeah. So how did you become a musician? You're fantastic,
Mhm.
by the way. But how did it start?
Thank you, Dan. So are you, Danny boy? Um, I started playing music like it comes out of passion, right? It started with a passion, like very young, like liking to sing and trying to entertain my family just so they would gather around and see me do my impersonations. But like playing music like professionally, I started my first gig. It started in 2005, 2006. Yeah, I'm 20 years on the business, man.
And so how is it different in Brazil compared to Canada, like for music gigs and stuff?
It's pretty much the same thing, Danny. To be honest, like I was doing the circuit, right? Like the bars and stuff. In Brazil, the difference is like because I had more access to personnel and I knew more people, and um, I kind of had a lot of projects. I was involved in so many tributes and big stuff. We would do like shows for thousands and thousands of people playing for like cities and festivals. I had like a Pink Floyd tribute, which I was the front man playing bass and singing. I had this U2 tribute band. I was like the plus size version of Bono.
Okay.
So yeah, U2 was one of my first like favorite bands like on my teens. So I was like amazed by the way Bono could do like those falsettos and sing those high lines and for the pop part of things. But Pink Floyd was my passion in terms of like the musicality and the guitar playing and stuff. David Gilmour is like my favorite guitar player. So
Wow.
yeah, in Brazil, the difference is like I would be more into different scale of things. Like
Scale. Yeah.
yeah, I would do things like I have some videos I can show you later, like playing in front of thousands and thousands of people. It was very nice, like doing things with like production, which I kind of miss it here because we have such a strong community here, lots of talents, but pretty much everybody's taking and doing their own thing. And
Mm.
the good ones already doing, like things like forever with same people. And I kind of find it hard sometimes to put something on that level together, because we need the personnel, we need the human factor, and have good musicians, good players, and not only good musicians but good people, right? To hang out and to put things together and align our thoughts and same goals. But that's why when you see me playing 90% of my time, unfortunately, I doing my own thing. Like that's why I kind of developed that one man band thing. I do with the loops and stuff.
Yeah, tell us more about that because I tried it and I couldn't, I didn't even want to put that much effort into it. So I gave it away to somebody. I had a stomper pedal too, and I was like, this is not for me. But how do you do that? Like, how do you make that work?
Okay, let me start from the beginning. Like, as I said, like in 2004, 5 ish, I start like I was invited. Like people, I was always We have this expression in Brazil called canja, which literally means like chicken soup. I was actually telling this Alison one day, and she laughed. So we have this. Well, let's suppose you and Keith are playing, and I show up, and you just take a break and you let me play. So how that called here? We don't have expression for that, but in Brazil we call it
Oh,
canja. Like, hey, come here, give us a canja. Like
okay.
so you
Yeah.
you let me play a song or two. So I started like that. In Brazil, people knew I could play the guitar. Very bad at the time. Still bad, but at the time was really bad. I didn't put the time and I just knew a couple chords here and there. I'm self-taught, by the way, so I taught myself to play the guitar. And so I would go and see people playing in Brazil, and I had some amazing musician friends, and they so kind. Eventually, would like, hey, Júlio. At the time was only Júlio. Say, Júlio, come here, play us a song on the mic. I was like, okay, I gotta go there. So I kind of developed the passion for that, and I start like craving it more and more, and like, oh. And eventually somebody saw me doing that. I say, hey, we should start a duo. And this guy was like phenomenal. So I started playing with this guy at the time, and I didn't know how to do sound check, like how to mix myself. And this guy pretty much kind of guided me through the process, right? So taught me a lot. He was like already a very well known musician in the region I'm from. By the way, I'm from Minas Gerais, which is the same state that Valet is from, the Valet here in Sudbury.
The mining company?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's from my state in Brazil. So, um, yeah, so I start doing this, and eventually I start doing gigs with this guy, and being invited to do other projects. And one day I saw one guy came to town to play a big gig, and the guy did this, like this looping. I think they call it loop station, right? The technique, and he blew my mind, man. I was like, what the heck? I didn't even know that was possible. And he was
Huh.
using a bunch of pedals, a bunch of analog pedals, and using all the effects. But he was like using the loops and sounding like a full band. And so I kind of like, oh, I should try and explore something like that. And then I bought like a very cheap pedal at the time. And then I eventually upgraded to a pedal that I still have here. I can show you sometime. It's a Line 6 HD 500X, which only has like 24 seconds. But if you stomp on the half tempo, it doubles to 48. So I had tops 48 seconds on that,
Wow.
and and it was nothing compared to the system the guy used. So I made it my own with my own limitations, with my own budget. I only could afford that pedal at the time, so I kind of made it work in my favor, right? So, and I used it until like 3 years ago. Like was my main work horse, let's say. And I just upgraded. I went one day to the store here. I did some research um, a little after COVID time, and I went to Long McQuaid and I bought this ha- Head Rush looper board, which is like the top
The
that
Cadillac.
yeah, that you can get nowadays. Yeah, is the one I use, and I use something for my guitar effects as well. But this big one I use for the loops and stuff, and also for some vocals. But yeah, at the time, man, like I'm talking about 2006, 2007, when I first like ventured, like trying to do something on the pedal. I had no much reference. There was no much videos. I never watched YouTube to learn. It was just me locked in my room, spending time whenever I could and trying to figure it out and doing a lot of mistakes. And that's the thing. People see me doing it nowadays. They think I was born doing that. Say, no, man, I did a lot of mistakes in the past. I still do. Eventually they happen, right? But it was crazy. Like I would just step in something wrong and ba 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 ba, ba, and then everyone at the bar looking at me say sorry. But now it's just natural. At the point that I can play with a drummer, if I can have somebody that can actually follow, like playing on a click track, and just follow me. Like I have some friends here. I do a duo sometimes. Like you mentioned Darren that day, we sometimes do a thing with as a trio and play with Jason McGregor. He's a phenomenal drummer, and he can follow like man. He's like a Swiss clock. It's very cool. Yeah, but I don't see many people around that can actually do that. Because some people are not familiar with the process of recording and following the track, the click track, right? That's another science and another game, let's say. But yeah, I put a lot of time on that. I used to I used to joke with my friends like in order to learn music, I would remember my mom calling me, say, Julio, come, supper's ready. And I would turn down supper, believe it or not, man. And I like food. But I would just like, and my mom, like, are you okay? Say, yeah, but I'm working on something. It's like, what's more important than food? Say, oh, this drug called music. It's addicting. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I spent a lot of my time like just trying to improve my game and like practicing. I still have a couple guitars at the house that every time I walk by them here, I never just give the cold shoulder. I always spend some time with them practicing, and every time I'm walking at some room here at the house, I see an instrument out of the case. Say, "Oh, you need some TLC? Come here. Let me give you some love." I'm always playing music when I'm at the house, like practicing. Like changing strings. As I'm watching something, I put some video or some show with the wife here, and then I put a guitar on my lap and trying to clean things and moisturize, the neck and give some maintenance, right? Try to multitask while I watch things to make the best out of my time.
So did you start out as a bass player?
Well, no, I start playing guitar, like acoustic sets, but eventually I was invited to play on a band on my hometown, and this band was like my heroes. And the bassist quit, and then the guy's like, "Hey, I think you should fill in." I said, "No, man, I never played bass. No, I'm pretty sure you can figure it out quickly." And I did. So I had this trio for like, well, let's see. I started with them 607 till like 10, 11, 12 ish. 11, 12 ish. Yeah. So it was good 5 years playing like, man, like our Saturdays, we would play for proms and university parties and weddings and birthday parties. I would play at least twice every Saturday with this band, at least.
Wow, that's remarkable.
Yeah, or regular Saturday would be like 3 gigs. It's crazy. I don't ask me how I did it, but I did it. Yeah, I was always busy, and we could play anything. So I had this guy on guitar. He's actually in Florida right now, and the drummer is in Brazil. So we were like a trio. We did a lot of like harmonization. Like we would do like harmonies from like the Beatles, like those very sophisticated arrangements, and just as a trio, we could play anything. It was super cool, from heavy metal to like pop and rock, like U2, Metallica, Zeppelin, you name it. And we would eventually like develop some like come up with this medleys and mashups. So it was so cool, you know.
So, from Brazil to Toronto to Sudbury, do you think Sudbury is has a good music scene? Is it a good place to be a musician?
Well, it is, it is. But as I joke with my wife, like I don't see like other than Sudbury outside of Toronto, I don't see anywhere else I could make it, right? Because
Yeah.
everything's so sparsed out and spaced out, and like we have all these like communities. They're kind of small, right? Small, um, not big enough to have like that amount of business, you know? Like in Toronto, like I don't know now, but when I was there in 17, 18 before COVID, even 19, my first year here in Sudbury, I would still drive every weekend just to keep up with all my commitments, my schedule.
Like
I was
in
playing in
Toronto
Toronto. Oh yeah, my first year in Sudbury, I would drive to Toronto every weekend
to
until
play?
like, yeah, until the winter hit, and then I was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Then people kept like calling and say, "Hey, let's book for 2020." I was like, "Nope, I'm done." And I was already busy enough here in town. So this is the thing, Danny. I don't know if I told you, but until like last year, because I joined my day job here, like officially, like gotta go and punch the clock.
Yeah.
I was a musician full time for 19 years, man.
Wow.
That was how I pay my bills, you know, and made my livelihood. Yeah. Um, Also, like I'm a graphic designer by trade, right? Like this is what I do. So
Yeah.
I always did like that on the side, but my focus was like playing gigs. Oh, that was like my main income.
Was it easier to make money playing gigs in Brazil, or is it similar?
Mm, well, um, nothing is easy, right?
Yeah.
Nothing is easy, and music is a, let's be honest, like is a thing that a lot of people would like to be able to do it. Like I think me, you, and some other good artists in town, like we are luck enough and blessed enough to kind of have this kind of business and this constancy, right? Being playing all the time whenever we put ourselves there, but it's never easy, you know, like to do something that a lot of people would like to do, because some people think music is not even a job, right? Like
Hmm.
so I think a lot of people would love to do it, and so there's a lot of people out there trying to make it, man. It's like it's not a walk in the park, you know. But in terms of comparing, like what's easier, I don't know, Danny. Like I think everything is hard. You know, you still gotta show
Yeah.
up and you know, like and do your best so people call you again and again. But
Yeah.
I take it serious. I think it's like a as I always did, like as a full time job, and as I'm punching the clock, I take it very very serious, like professionally.
So I'm looking at one of your Facebook posts from 2012,
Uh
and I'm going to read it, and I want you to translate it for me, okay?
huh. Okay.
I think it's a gig that you guys were doing. There's a poster. Amigos
Uh,
y amigas, compartilhem. No feriado o bicho vai pegar.
oh my God. Danny, help me out. Can you say that in English? What language is that you're reading? In Portuguese?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what you just said, man. I wish I
Okay.
had the post here so I could
I
help you
uh
with that.
I probably
It's a
didn't do a very
memory.
good job with that, with
With
reading
what?
it. With reading it.
No, you're not. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that was a fail.
Yeah. I'm sorry I can't help. Yeah, I have a lot of memories that they just pop up on my Facebook every once in a while. Sometimes I just share them because another thing too. I always took very serious like the marketing, the advertising. Like you can see how much I try and take care of my
Mhm.
uh, um, of just like advertising about what I'm doing, and I think that's play a factor too and helps you to. It shows like how much you care, right? And how much you professional and what you're doing. So I have posters. I have so many posters on my Facebook because always advertise. And like if you check like this week, like I'm gonna be tomorrow at the I don't know when you're gonna air this recording, this show, but tomorrow on Friday I'm gonna be at the North Channel Cruise Line at Little Current. So I already put like a nice artwork so to try and get as much people as I can, right?
Do you make those graphics yourself?
Yeah,
All
that's my other skills. Like that's
wow.
my other superpower.
It's very, very well done.
Thanks, man. That's uh
Yeah. That's a
that's my
side
day
hustle
job. Yes.
or a
You
primary
used
hustle.
to. You used to, right? Like be more on the side. I actually when I first got in town, like I did some connections and I end up like being hired as a freelance to do a lot of menus for a bunch of restaurants here around town and some businesses. Actually, that Daventry logo, I did it. I was in Brazil. I
Oh
like
yeah.
telling this story. Yeah, I was in vacation in Brazil. So they reached out to me, the person that was helping them to get the logo done, and I was doing some freelance for this person, and she was like, "Oh, Júlio, we need you to do the logo." I said, "Well, but I'm on vacation in Brazil. I've been back in the country like in 2 weeks." And she was like, "No, no, but we need it like urgent." Say, "Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do." I was having a drink on my pool, on my speedo. Don't picture that, Danny.
Yeah, well, that
and
sounds that
and
sounds good.
that's how it turned out so nice because I was inspired. I was so inspired.
It's a
I was in the
wonderful
pool.
logo. Good
Yeah, I
job.
love it. It's one of my favorites. Yeah.
I didn't know that you made that.
Yeah,
It's
the
yeah.
menus, a bunch of their postings as well, like for the live music and stuff. I used to do that when I was running the open mic there as well. Like I always took good care of the advertisement, so I was make sure that everybody looked great, like the pictures. It's part of what I do as well. And some businesses eventually they ask me because they know that I did for the Nash for a while. The old owners when they did like I was doing like 4 or 5 posters every week,
Hmm.
more like with motion, like video and music. It was very nice. I take pride in those as well. It was very cool. Yeah,
Wow, man, you're a
yeah,
talented guy.
yeah. Thank you. I try.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's
Yeah.
it's obvious for sure. But the graphic design thing, because I'm incompetent when it comes to that.
Yay.
I can't do it, man. Like I've tried, and I just don't have that talent at all. at all.
Hey, Danny, there's a bunch of things that I wish I could do and I can't either.
Well, we got to know what our weaknesses and our strengths are, right?
Right? Yeah. But
Yeah.
with the graphic design, I can help you with your business as well.
But you
Let's
notice,
do a
like,
facelift on that suds thing.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to show you how many files I have. I have probably like 10,000 different versions, and they're all bad. And you notice on the Sudbury Events logo, it's got the 6 colors in it. That's
Mhm.
the extent of what I could do. Like I'm proud of that one because I like it.
It's a good start. It's a good
It's a
start.
good start, but it's very
Right.
basic, and I
Everything
just
has room to improve, my friend.
I couldn't afford to pay somebody. That's the reason.
Help me out.
Yeah, exactly.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, but this is the other thing I do as well. Like my that take a big piece of my days nowadays. Like especially
Mm.
working, right? I work like 8 to 4, like Monday to Friday. So I'm always doing graphics, which is a good experience as well. So I'm always in constant work and improving and testing different things. And now with the AI thing, I'm always like doing research and trying to explore and push the limits, right? It's good.
So we're gonna do the final question today is going to be the daily segment, and this is a question I ask every guest.
Hmm.
What is one thing that you feel would make Sudbury greater?
Greater. In what aspect?
Any.
Any aspect. Man, I have so many answers for that, so many ideas for that. Let me try to stick
Yeah.
to what we do, like in terms of the Sudbury night and the music scene and the bars. Like I wish we had more options in terms of. I think with summer things tends to be busier. But I still wish we had more options because I'm a musician that I love going out when not only to play but I'm always checking people out. I'm always like going to a bar here and there, having a drink and talking to people. I love being social, so I kind of miss having more options to go and see like good bands and hang out with people. I think our city deserves better. Like we have
Yeah.
some good places to go, but for me, it's not enough. I'm always looking for more options. And okay, but another thing linked to that as well, I really wish we had a better, a better commute system when it comes to like cabs and uh, apps like Uber. We don't have an Uber here. We have You Ride now. I think that plays a huge factor in people like holding back going out sometimes. So cabs so expensive, man.
Yeah, that's a good
You
answer.
know?
Yeah, you mean
Yeah.
commuting, travel, like going back and forth to places.
Yeah, like sometimes I live in New Sudbury. Sometimes I want to go downtown. Like a cab to downtown would be like 50, $60.
Yeah, that's
It's
just.
crazy, you
Mhm.
know? You you travel that same distance in Toronto, like you pay half of that. If so.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know the game. I don't know how it works, how they charge. To be honest, I only know like I never took a cab here, believe it or not. In 7 years, I'm always like because I'm always like either like my wife drives me place or I hate to ride with some friend. Yeah, I'm playing too. I'm always out and about playing a gig, and if I have 1 2 beers, like I can just wait enough to wear off, and then when I'm feeling good, like.
Yeah.
But I know people complain to me all the time because I keep asking people, oh, you didn't come, like you should come. Say, man, I want to go see you playing, want to have a drink, but that was gonna cost me a lot of money just for the cab, you know. So I think this would be something that would make a difference for us here. And also, this could maybe um, help, like people having more people going out. Like people would be more encouraged to to come up with different ideas and different businesses and put more like entertainment, live music, things more like booming, like it was before COVID. Because my first year here, 2019, it was different. Like I remember going downtown and exploring, like there was much more happening.
Yeah.
After COVID, I don't think we fully recovered of that pandemic hit the businesses and you know
Yeah. Well, good answer. Sudbury interviews everyone, and I want to thank you sincerely for your time today. And I know it was last minute, and thanks for being in Canada. You're such a strong part
th-
of the community here, and you're very well known already.
thank thank
And
you, Danny. Thank you very much. It
we
was
all
very
love you, man.
thank you very much, man. Thank you. And it was my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me for this, and it was a great opportunity to talk a little bit about myself and to hang out with you.
Right on, man. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
You as well, Danny. All the best. Bye bye.
Bye.